Hey, what's up, YouTube? This week we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. It just passed this weekend, and apparently there's a lot of controversy about it that came out right afterwards. The whole Madonna halftime show, Tom Brady's wife running her mouth afterwards, just a lot of stuff going on. First, Tom Brady's wife was trashing the offensive line for New England. Talking about how they can be dropping passes and this, that, and the other, and she just went ballistic about it. And to me, she needs to go back and learn about football, and she needs to rewatch the fourth quarter. Her husband's the one that lost the game for them, not the receivers that dropped the two passes. He threw the interception there in the fourth quarter, and that exactly is what caused the game for them. So before you trash your offensive line, you should look at what her husband did wrong. Let's trash him for a few minutes first. These guys get paid a lot of money to catch the ball, but it's football. Just mistakes happen. But before you trash people, you need to look at the whole picture. And she didn't. She just went ballistic. So to Mrs. Brady, I tell her, shut the hell up till you know what you're talking about. Madonna's halftime show. But it was pretty good, It's Madonna. There's always something dealing with a Madonna performance. This ain't no different. MIA come out there and she did her thing, and it was inappropriate and it was uncalled for. The halftime show at the Super Bowl is not the time or the place for that kind of behavior. If you're at your own concert and people pay to come there and they expect that from you, that's one thing. But when you're being televised in front of millions of people, that's just not the place for it. You got to stop acting like that when you're in that kind of environment. You want to act like that at your concert, that's what everybody wants. That's what everybody pays for. We know, hip-hop and rap, there's a certain persona that goes with that. But the Super Bowl halftime show just is not the place for it. And you may or may not disagree with me, I don't know, but that's how I feel about it. She was completely inappropriate, and she needs to be fined. I think she needs to be banned from the Super Bowl halftime show for a while, maybe indefinitely. That's how I feel about it. And then talking about Madonna was lip syncing some of her songs. Every performer wants the best sound quality when they're doing that kind of performance, especially when you're advertising to probably the most watched sporting event in the world. So if you're going to have the great sound quality, sometimes lip syncing is necessary to make sure the performance goes well. There's enough going on without worrying about that. You're on an outside stadium, there's no good acoustics there, so you have to really push up the volume on it, and the only way to get quality is from digital. So if you're not expecting lip syncing, then you're a moron, because that's what's going to happen. It's just part of the business, and we all have to just deal with it. But it was still a good performance, even though she almost fell getting up on the bleachers. She recovered well. She played it off, and it was better than the Black Eyed Peas last year. That's how I feel about it. Now, that's pretty much it that I know of for the Super Bowl. There were some good commercials, there were some stupid commercials, but I think that the commercial spots are way too expensive. People are paying a lot of money for these 30-second spots, and every year it's just getting more and more popular. Everybody's expecting it, but I mean, really, you have to have a spot-on commercial to make it worth that kind of money. You better be pulling in some real serious revenue from it. I don't think that any commercial brings in that kind of money. You might remember it, but it's not going to make you go out and get the product. So, just like everything else in sports, it's getting ridiculous. And the last thing that I heard, that I hear every time I turn around about professional sports, is the game was fixed. I don't know that much about what goes on behind the scenes. Just like everybody else, I just watch it once in a while. But a lot of people feel that these big games are being fixed People are being paid. A lot of money is exchanging hands. You know, boxing, baseball, football, hockey, basketball, it doesn't matter. It's all being fixed. That's what's being said. And when you see the mistakes that are made, it makes you really wonder, is this true or not? So my question to you is, do you think that these sports events are being staged? Do you think it's all fixed? The outcome's already been decided? If so, let me know. If not, let me know. Leave a comment at the bottom about your feelings about it. I'd love to hear what everybody's got to say about that topic. To me, I don't think it's fixed, but you know, you just never know in this world. It's all about money, and that's what it comes down to. Who's going to make the most? So, alright YouTube, leave some comments at the bottom, subscribe at the top, and like on the side to share with your friends and family. Until next week, peace.